Welcome to ComposiMold. The following is an example of how to mold and cast a relief using ComposiMold and plaster. The sculpture is approximately 4-inch diameter and 2 inches high of a bird on a branch. The ComposiMold reusable mold making material being used in this video has already been used for previous molds. So before we begin this new mold, the ComposiMold is filtered to remove plaster and or plastic pieces. This process takes approximately 15 to 20 minutes but does not need to be done unless the ComposiMold is dirty from previous molds. After filtered, the ComposiMold is ready to use. The filtered ComposiMold could have been dripped directly onto the new casting, but for presentation purposes is separated into a secondary step. For this casting, materials include ComposiMold, plaster, mold release, cups, stirrers, aluminum foil, a microwave, the sculpture, some water, and a paper towel. To set up the casting, the bird relief is placed onto several layers of aluminum foil and a wall is built around the relief to hold the ComposiMold mold making material in liquid form. The part is then coated with a mold release to ensure good separation between the part and the ComposiMold. Also, spray the aluminum foil, trying to hit all the areas. Wipe off any excess mold release with the paper towel. Now melt your ComposiMold. Heat in 1 to 2 minute intervals until you understand how your microwave will work. Smaller amounts take less time. Stir the ComposiMold to ensure even heating. Pour the ComposiMold over the part with approximately a 1/2 inch around and over the sculpture. Any bubbles can be removed with a toothpick if necessary. In most cases, the bubbles will rise to the surface on their own. And if needed, you can fix any part of the mold just by reheating. Now let the mold cool to solidify. This mold took approximately 3 hours at room temperature to cool, but could have been speeded up by sticking in the refrigerator or freezer. At this point, pull away the aluminum foil and remove the original part from your mold. Some ComposiMold went behind the original part and is removed. The ComposiMold mold is now ready for casting. Add more mold release if necessary and wipe off any excess with a paper towel again. Mix the plaster into the water. Typically, you want approximately 2 parts plaster to 1 part water by weight, stirring carefully and trying not to put bubbles into the mixture. After mixing the plaster, pour into the molds, trying to fill the lowest points in the mold first. Tap the mold to remove any entrapped air. Let the plaster cure for several hours and ideally overnight. When it's hardened, carefully pull away the flexible ComposiMold and admire your work. And when you are ready, remelt your ComposiMold. Filter if necessary and make your next masterpiece. Thank you for your time, and for more information, visit ComposiMold.com.